Hey, hello, how are you? How are you doing? Mhm. Today, I'm gonna talk about something profoundly human, the struggle everyone going through in his life, in his everyday life, daily life. Yeah, I'm talking about depression, anxiety, and stress. Listen to this complete video, and after listening that, I assure you that you will not gonna be same. You will find a peace inside you. Look around you. Take a moment to truly observe the next person to you. Statistically, two people in this room are silently fighting, a crushing, invisible battle right now. Perhaps it is the crushing weight of depression, the silent shadow that steals color from the word. Perhaps it is the relentless roar of anxiety, the storm that turns every small worry into a hurricane. Or perhaps it is the constant grinding pressure of stress, the feeling that you are perpetually running uphill without a boulder on your back. Did I say without? Yeah, you know, with a boulder on your back. We live in a world that demands more, moves faster, and sleeps less. We are tough to manage our money, manage our career, and manage our time. But rarely are we taught that fundamental skills to manage our own mind. We treat these struggles, depression, anxiety, and stress so personally. Failures whispered about beyond closed doors or worse, ignored entirely. Today, we are going to change that. We are not just talking about these struggles, we are communicating to a plan of hope, resilience, and action of reclaim our peace. Over the next 15 minutes, we will look directly at your advisories, equip ourselves with tools of resilience, and finally issue a collective call of action because the battle against the darkness is not fought alone. Consider stress and anxiety. At their core, they are the same alarm system. You encounter a threat, a tight deadline, a looming bill, and your accent brain kicks in the fight or flight response. Your body dumps adrenaline, your heart races, and your focus narrows. That's a biological trap designed to save you from a saber tooth tiger, a is today. Triggers are in our inboxes and on our calendars. Chronic stress means that your biological arms is permanently switched on. This leaves the system depleted, panicked, and perpetually anticipating the next threat. That is anxiety. I want you to think of it this way. Stress is like a phone charging. You plug it in, use the energy, and then you power done. Anxiety, however, is a permanently overloaded battery that never cools down. It's constant internal noise, preventing you from ever finding quiet. Recognizing the physical symptoms of that overload, the tight chest, and the racing thoughts, the clenched jaws, is the first step on regaining control. Now let's talk about the weight of depression. It is crucial we distinguish this from sadness. Sadness is natural, temporary response to loss. Depression is a health condition that affects your energy, your sleep, your concentration, and most profoundly, your ability to feel hope. It is like trying to walk with a broken leg. It requires treatment, not just willpower. You cannot simply walk off a complex medical condition. We must approach depression with the same seriousness and empathy we offer any physical illness. And finally, they are interconnected. Chronic, unmanaged stress, fuel anxiety, and chronic, unrelating anxiety can pave the road to depression. They are often traveling companions, but knowing that and understanding their mechanisms is the first step toward dismantling their power. We are not victims, we are fighters, and every fighter needs a set of tools. Oh, sorry, I fumbled again. I closed my eyes and going with the flow. And every fighter needs a set of tools. We are going to build our resilience right now, starting with our mind. Okay, so listen carefully. The inner critic is relentless. It fills our mind with automatic negative thoughts. Thoughts like, I am not good enough, I am going to fail, everyone else has it together. The most powerful tool we have is the ability to catch those ants and replace them with realistic, supportive alternatives. If you feel like saying, I failed the presentation, catch it, rephrase it. I struggled with that presentation and I can't prepare differently next time. I struggled. I tried. This is the power of the word yet. When you are feeling defeated, add it to your statement. I haven't mastered this yet. This shift, this tiny word, moves you from a state of static failure to one of dynamic growth. The pillars of physical health. Mental health is inseparable from physical health. We often overload this simplest, most potent treatments. Movements and sleeps. Movements is medicine. Exercise is an antidepressant and an anti-anxietist. It doesn't have to be a marathon. It just needs to be movements. A brisk 20-minute walk outside has been shown to be as effective as some pharmacological intervention in managing mild depression and anxiety. It literally moves the stress chemicals out of your body. And sleep is the greatest rest button. When we are stressed, we sacrifice sleep, but poor sleep guarantees mood instability and heightened anxiety the next day. Prioritizing your sleep hygiene. It is not a luxury. It is a non-negotiable health treatment. Okay, let's talk something about mindfulness. Where does anxiety lives? It lives in the future. Yeah, yes, I'm right. It lives in the future. It constantly projects the worst case scenario. Where does depression often pull us? To the past, with regrets and ruminations. The only place we have true power is the present moment. That is where mindfulness encroaches. Okay, let's try one simple technique you can use anytime, anywhere. It's called 478 breathing. It calms the nerve system and tells your body the trigger is gone. Ready? Inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7, 5, 6, 7. Exhale slowly and completely through your mouth, making a whooshy sound for a count of 8. 8. That is your anchor. That is your ability to interrupt the panic and return to the safety of the moment. Practice it, master it. The final tool. Okay, the most important one. And the most effective one is connection. Depression and anxiety thrives in isolation. Your first call to action is about the courage to connect. If the burden you are carrying is too heavy, if the struggle is affecting your job, your relationship, or your ability to function, then seeking professional help is the greatest act of courage and strength you can perform. It is not a sign of failure, it is a sign of intelligent self preservation. Find a therapist, talk to a doctor, reach out to a helpline, break the silence. Our second call of action is for the person next to you. Be a safe harbor. We need to dismantle the stigma that keeps people suffering in silence. Instead of asking, "How are you?" and accepting the automated "fine," try asking, "How are you really?" And then be prepared to listen without judgment, without trying to fix it, but simply to dare. Let's make 3 commitments together, starting now. 1. Small act of self-care today, even if it's just 5 minutes of quiet breathing. Do you accept it? Commit to challenging one negative thought when it arises this week. What about this? Okay, accept it. Commit to breaking the silence for yourself or for someone else you are seeing struggling. My friends, the shadows are real, but they are not the end of the story. You are strong than you feel on your worst days. You are worthy of peace and you are capable of reclaiming your life. The battle against the darkness is not fought alone. It is fought together with hope as our shield, resilience as our armor, and action as our sword. Let's set up into the light starting now. That's it. You are done very nice. And what is hidden in this video is that give me your name in the comment section and tell me about your struggle. I'll make a special video for you, only for you, in which I only focus on your stress and your depression and your struggle. I'll try to assist you by all my means. You just have to mention the phase you're going through and leave the rest on me. I'll give you all the ideas which I have learned from my practical life to you. I'll give you all the possible way outs, and the fees is just a subscribe and share. Thank you so much. Have a good day. See you soon.